So welcome to the tabletop hands-on review of the first contestant in the big 6-way $99 reel shootout that I'm having. It is the Lews Speed Spool LFS. And LFS stands for lighter, faster, stronger. Now this is my first Lews, and when I pulled it out of the box, I wasn't prepared to see how small this thing is. This thing is little. And to give you guys a comparison, here it is next to another little reel. That's the CURADO 70. And looks to me that it's either just as small or even slightly smaller than the SHIMANO CURADO 70, which is known to be one of the tiniest reels out on the market. So this thing is little, which in my book is a good thing, at least for me, because it palms great. Let's go over the features, because this thing gives you a lot of features for $99. Now, first of all, the reel has an aluminum frame with graphite side plates. So aluminum frame at $99 price point is a plus, and it's pretty much all black except for the frame is a dark gray, and it's a matte color, a matte black color. As you can see, it's got the nice silver spool, silver cast control. Now the drag star is plastic or graphite. It's got a metal swept handle, and the handle is 85 millimeters, which is about average. It's got some nice little touches here. It's got this little ring around the drag star that looks to be ported. So it's a nice looking reel. It's a nice shape. Thumb bar feels good. It's got the infamous Lews paddle handle grips, which I believe are plastic, but they're coated with some kind of rubber that feel pretty comfortable, pretty ergonomic. And of course, this comes with what Lews calls their magnetic, what do they call this? The magnetic control system, which, as you can see, you control on the sides. So let's count the settings here. So you have a setting they call free, which I guess that's the lowest setting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So it's got a total of 28 settings. That's a wide range, so that's really good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pull out the scale and get the weights. Okay, as you can see, we pulled the measuring devices out. Now Lews says this reel weighs in at 6.9 ounces, which is pretty light at the $99 price point. So the scale says 7.036 ounces, so pretty close. And what we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna pull out the spool and we're gonna weigh it. So to pull the spool out, you just take this little pin, you pull it out, you pop up the side plate here, and it comes out. Okay, so now I got the spool out. You can see the magnetic brake system. Now this brake system of magnets arranged, I believe there's what, 5 arranged like this, and they act on the metal portion right here. This is a what I call a DAIWA style magnetic brake system, which I'll go over with you guys later. Now the spool here, it's got the long spool shaft, like Shimano. It's got a support bearing right here. So what does it weigh? So according to the scale, you're looking at 18.28 grams, which is kind of heavy, but what's, it's not surprising considering it's a $99 reel. But since it does have the bearing, you're probably looking at a rotational weight of about 17.2 or 17.3 grams. And let's see here what the diameter of the spool is according to the micrometer. Okay, so it says right at 34 millimeter, which is average, which is around the average for all-purpose bait casters. So now that we've weighed these things, let's go over some other features that this reel has, and there's quite a lot for the money. Okay, let's go for some more features. Pretty sure I already said this has a whopping 10 ball bearings, which a lot of more expensive reels don't even have 10 ball bearings. It's got what Lews calls is the Rulon drag system. That's supposed to give you 15 pounds of max drag. And I looked up what Rulon is. Rulon is apparently some kind of a fancy Teflon plastic material. Now one thing I can tell you is that I don't know if it's just this particular reel that I got, but it feels lumpy. I don't know if one of the drag washers is warped or not, but I'll go over that with you guys later on. It's got the external lube port here. So you just, I guess if your gears are feeling rough, you just unscrew that, pop this port off, and you can put some grease directly on the main gear for quick, easy maintenance. And it's got what they call a zirconia line guide. So I don't know if that's zirconia coated or if it's made of entirely of zirconia, but I looked online and researched it. Zirconia is and alkanite are basically the same thing from what I've read, and that's aluminum oxide, which is supposed to help prevent it from grooving, I guess, from reeling in your line all the time. So you actually get a lot of reel for the money, which I hear is the case with a lot of Lews reels, and it feels pretty smooth. It feels a little geary, but it is smooth. And for what I've seen, this has been on the Tackle Warehouse bestseller list forever. Probably since it's come out. I think this thing is about 2 or 3 years old. So yeah, this thing is tiny. It's got a good weight, 10 bearings, the magnetic brake system, which we'll see how that works. So you get a lot for the money. My first Lews, and I'm glad I bought it. Maybe I'll get some more expensive Lews if this thing proves to be a good reel. So yeah, there we go. That's the first contestant in the big 6-way $99 reel shootout.